This is how you finish your problems. Today, I'm going to give you 4 tips on how you can finish your problems. The first one is to change the vocabulary. The vocabulary from problem to challenges. You see, the word problem carries with it a heavy undertone. It feels too heavy when you say today, oh, I have a problem. It feels too heavy. It feels like the whole world is collapsing on you. But when you change the word problem to challenges, then it doesn't feel too heavy anymore. It feels like something that you can play around with. It feels like something that you can actually solve. It feels like a hurdle that you can actually cross. The second tip is to reduce that challenge to a toy or to an ant. The idea actually here is to reduce your challenge to something small that you feel you can solve, that is not threatening. What actually happens is when we encounter problematic situations, our mind immediately jumps into action by offering us images of a gigantic mountain, a situation that feels hopeless, utterly hopeless. This is what the mind does. But what you want to do is to take control of that situation by, first of all, reducing in your mind that problem or that challenge to an ant, to a toy. So, in a nutshell, attempting to reduce your challenge to something small, to a toy, what you are doing is to stop your mind from building stories around this challenge. If there is one thing that the mind loves, it is to tell stories. The mind is the ultimate storyteller, and this is what you want to stop. This is what you want to nip in the bud. You want to take control over your situation and tell the story that you actually want by yourself, for yourself. The top tip is to focus on what comes after the challenge, because I can assure you, as long as the day follows the night, so will every challenge come to an end. So I want you to focus on the successes that are coming after your challenge. Focus on the joy, the happiness, your wish fulfilled coming after the challenge, because these things will definitely come. And the more you focus on these successes, the more you focus on your wishes fulfilled, the more you get the strength, the inner strength to go through your challenge, because you know that this challenge is not the end, that this too shall pass, that this is just a phase. Now we have come to the end, and I give you my very last tip, which is what I refer to as gratitude for challenges, or simply put, the challenge gratitude. I actually have an equation for this, which I refer to as an equation for a much more happier life, or a life of fulfillment. This equation is as follows. It is gratitude for the good times, or gratitude for good things, plus gratitude for challenges, or gratitude for the bad times, equals to a happier life, or wishes fulfilled, or the fulfillment of your desires. Over the past couple of years, we have learned so much about the importance of gratitude, being grateful for what you already have, being grateful for all the wonderful things that you have in your life, which I can really say that this works. But there is not a lot of emphasis, or there are very few people that teach us about the importance of being grateful for your challenges. I know that this might not sound so cool, because it's very difficult to understand. Why should I be, of all things in life, be grateful for my challenges? I actually want to get rid of my challenges. I want to get rid of my problems, and I can understand that. But there is one thing in life that is very important for you to understand. This life is made of polarities, negative and positive. You cannot run away from it. This is basic law. So as long as these two polarities, the good times and the bad times, are not brought together in this equation that I've already given to you, it is very difficult for you to have a much more fulfilled life or a happier life, because the equation is not complete. This side of the equation, that is gratitude for challenges, is what is missing. So you can do all the gratitude for the good things that you have all you want, but if you by design are running away from gratitude for your challenges, being as in intentional about being grateful about your challenges, if you're running away from them because you don't want challenges, you don't want these situations that you don't like, the equation, it's not going to be complete. We must bring these polarities together. I give you a little example from my own life. For some time, I was really desiring something for a very long time. In fact, for over 25 years of my life, I really had this one wish, and I did everything humanly possible to make sure that it came to reality. Talk about affirmations and visualization and journaling and praying and meditating and whatever. Like, I literally did every single thing to bring this to reality, but it was not working until one time actually sort of I gave up. I was fed up, I was tired, I was just sick and tired of trying to make this work. And something just came to my mind. I decided to, instead of working so hard to make this happen, why not just be grateful? Why not start to show gratitude for the obstacles in my life? Why not start to show gratitude for these hindrances? I have no idea why these hindrances are there in my life, but whatever, I have nothing to lose. I just want to thank them. So one morning I started, just for fun, I started to say thank you to my obstacles. So I will start going like this: thank you to all my obstacles, to the challenges that I've had so far, all the rejections that I've had, the disappointments, the hindrances, all the delays. I thank all of you. It was really becoming, in the first day I actually tried it, it was kind of very difficult for my mind to understand. That I tried it the second day, and then from the third day, it started to become sort of fun. So I was even waking up and looking forward to thanking my challenges. So I did this for 1 week, and it was fun, and I was enjoying it. And the more I did it, the more I became intentional about saying thank you to my challenges. As weird as that may sound to you, the more intentional I became about thanking my challenges, thanking my problems, thanking the delays, the disappointments, and all the hindrances and all the obstacles, the more I said that, the more freer I became, the more happier I became. And do you know what? Just, I would say 2 months later, after I started that, because I was not really saying that because I was expecting something to happen, because I had lost hope. I had lost complete hope of anything happening. So I just was like, I'm just going to thank my challenges. After all, I have nothing more to lose. And could you believe that 2 months into saying that, of course I was not saying that every day, some days I missed them, but I was consistent, so to say. 2 months into being grateful for my challenges, the very thing that I have been looking for the past 25 years of my life literally fell into my arms, like out of the blue. I didn't have to struggle for it. I didn't have to ask anyone for it. I didn't have to do anything for it. It just came right in my arms, and it came in such a way that it blew my mind. Like, everything that I had been looking for, that one thing for the past 25 years, it came with so many goodies attached to it. Unbelievable. And the second thing is 3 weeks. This one happened 2 months actually. The second thing is 3 weeks upon starting this challenge gratitude, the gratitude for challenges, I got an alert running into thousands of euros on my bank account. I don't want to go into details. I didn't ask anyone for money. I didn't request for anything, but just like that, I got more than I don't want to call the amount, but it blew my mind off. Thousands of euros, 3 weeks into being grateful for my challenges. So what I'm actually trying to say is, in as much as we have to be grateful for the good things in our lives, to become the master of this game, it's important for you to be grateful even for the bad times. This is how you win. This is how you finish your problems. Remember, we're talking about how to finish your problems. To become the master of this game called life, it's important for you to be indifferent. Indifferent in the face of both the good and the bad. It's important for you to accept both the good and the bad. You cannot exclude the negatives, the things that you don't want, exclude them, hate them, resist them. Accept only the good things and expect your life to be whole. So to wrap it all up, this is how you finish your problem. The first is to change the vocabulary from problem to challenges. The second is to reduce your challenge to a toy. Remember, you are the master of the game. The third is to focus on what comes after the challenge. Why? Because as long as the day follows the night, so will your challenge come to an end. And the last tip is gratitude challenge. Remember the equation? Gratitude for the good times plus the gratitude for the so-called bad times is equal to the life that you have always desired. See you in my next video.